Welcome to this edition of Africa 360. We scour the continent for news and views with a distinctly African perspective. I'm Chris Maruleng, and I'm inviting you to see Africa like you've never seen it before. This week, we probe deeper into the political upheaval in Egypt. There's still debate about whether this was a coup or the will of the people, as the military claim. Ousted President Mohammed Morsi is under arrest in a place of safety. The interim government says it has no plans to prosecute him. But what else do we know so far? These were the celebrations when Egypt's first democratically elected leader was unseated. But the scene soon changed to one of bloodshed and violence. Within a week, more than 50 people died in clashes between pro- and anti-Morsi supporters. Hundreds more were injured in standoffs between protesters and the army. Despite this, the military has drawn up a roadmap towards stability. An interim president has been named. Supreme Constitutional Court head Adli Mansour and an interim cabinet will set up a panel to redraft the constitution. And there is talk already of a referendum and even parliamentary elections by 2014. Okay, let's go now to the situation on the ground in Cairo in Egypt. I'm joined by our correspondent there, Paula Slier. It's been a week since Mohammed Morsi was removed. What's the situation on the ground like? And are we seeing increasing stability in Egypt?
Well, the situation at the moment is extremely volatile. You have some people talking about a civil war on the cards, or martial law, or possibly even both. As I talk to you, there are hundreds of thousands of pro-ousted President Mohammed Morsi supporters. Most of them here in Cairo are in fact in front of the Rabba al-Adawiya Mosque. It is believed that the leaders of the Brotherhood are currently hiding within that crowd. But there has been a nationwide call by the Brotherhood for its supporters to take to the streets on Friday. So we are expecting hundreds of thousands of supporters rallying in various cities throughout Egypt.
Paula, we've also seen what may be described by some as a crackdown on supporters of the Muslim Brotherhood. Is that a fair description of the events there? And what's the impact of this on the transition as you've been seeing it?
Yes, certainly. The Muslim Brotherhood does feel as if the army is conducting a crackdown against its leadership. Within the last 48 hours, at least 9 top Brotherhood leaders have had arrest warrants issued against them. These include warrants for the arrest of the Muslim Brotherhood leader, Mohammed Baidi, his deputy, and 2 of the party leaders. There have been some 650 Muslim Brotherhood supporters and leaders who have been arrested, detained, and interrogated. From the information we have, at least 200 of them are still being held in custody and will be for the next 15 days, Monday.
It sounds like a very polarized environment that you are operating in. What's the attitude of ordinary Egyptians towards the military right now?
Well, the military is still very much loved by ordinary Egyptians. This is an institution that throughout history has received positive feedback by the Egyptian people, but the military will need to stay true to its promise to secure the institution of a democratic government. You need to remember that your current Prime Minister and President were appointed essentially by the military.
Paula, these events have also brought to the fore the debate between secularism and what you could describe as religion in terms of the state in Egypt. What role is religion playing in this current uprising and certainly in the discontent that is felt by, I'm sure, many in Egypt?
Well, these demonstrations are not really about religion. When Mubarak was overthrown, it was an anger on the streets, a popular anger against someone who had been in power for more than 30 years and who the majority of Egyptians saw as being corrupt and a dictator. The demonstrations now that saw the ousting of the former president Mohammed Morsi were demonstrations because they believe that Morsi spent his 1 year in power trying to consolidate his power rather than address the very real issues that Egyptians have.
That was Paula Sleer giving us some insights into events as they unfold on the ground there in Egypt. Many thanks to you, Paula.